Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about something important. Now, I like to cover a lot of fun and exciting gear on this channel, but today we're going to be talking about a piece of equipment you don't want to hit the trail without, and that's a reliable toolkit. Now, I like to do a lot of overlanding and camping adventures, and I've said it before on the channel that I'm not a rock crawler and I don't go out looking for trouble, but you never know what you're going to come across, and you never know what could go wrong. So you want to be prepared. And so today we're going to be opening up this tool roll, and I'm going to show you guys what I've got inside and some of the equipment that I put together, thinking that at least from a minimalistic approach, I've got everything that I'm going to need in case of emergency. Now, you can't be prepared for everything, and I'm well aware of that, but today we're just going to go over what I think is most important. So without further delay, let's get started. All right, so let's start with the tool roll itself. This tool roll is made by Rugged Tools. I ordered it off Amazon, and I'll go ahead and link this stuff in the description for you guys, but I chose it because I felt like it was a pretty good platform for the way I wanted to set up my toolkit. It's got two little buckles, it's very adjustable. As you can see, mine's pretty small because I do kind of have a minimalistic setup, and I think it works great for me. So let's open it up. All right, so starting over here on this side, we've got our socket set. Now, this is pretty cool because each socket's got its own individual pocket. I've organized mine from sizes 10 to size 19. As I mentioned earlier, mine is for a Toyota Tacoma, so it's a metric set. That might look differently for you. You may be using SAE for your vehicle. Now, as we go down the rest of the line for the rest of this gear, you're gonna see a lot of this gear is kind of cheap. It's not the highest quality. In fact, most of these items are made by Husky, and you can get them, maybe the whole kit, for like 40 bucks on Amazon or something. I'll link what I have in the description for you guys. The reason why I did that is just in case one of my buddies needs a tool, or we come down the trail and we run into somebody that's in trouble and they need something. I'd rather just leave that tool with them, knowing that if they have the problem persist, that they'll have what they need. And so, you know, maybe everybody on the trail will have all the tools they need, and that will never happen. But just in case, I'd rather be able to give up an item in my toolkit and feel like I'm okay because I still have the redundancy and the tools that I need, and I'm not giving up something super expensive or valuable. So that's why I chose what I did. So as I go down the line, I'll also tell you, this is just going to be a broad overview. I don't think anything in here desires a super depth in look approach to this toolkit, because a lot of it's pretty straightforward. If you have more questions, let me know in the comments. So we've got two socket wrenches, just for redundancy. I've got a socket extender. I've got just some solid wrenches, going from size 8 to size 19. I always have a bunch of zip ties with me. So I keep, there's actually more in the truck, but I keep some black zip ties right here in the pocket here, along with some needle nose pliers, some wire cutters, some grips, some adjustable wrenches. I've actually got two sizes of those, a box cutter, and then I've got two screwdrivers, one stubby, one long. That little guy just fell out there. Okay, and so looking at this, there's a lot of variability that I have in like the adjustable grips or the adjustable wrenches. So some of those areas that the socket wrenches aren't going to be able to get to just off of, for obvious reasons, those may come in handy. Now, in addition to what you see here, inside the truck, I also have a set of deep sockets. And so I'll grab those for you guys in just a second. But that is the tool roll. Okay, so now that we covered the tool roll, let's talk about everything else. I do consider the tool roll to be my core toolkit. And if I don't have anything else here, if I at least have this, I think I'm gonna be able to take care of most situations. Next up, let's talk about these extra socket sets that I have. Now, these are 1/2-inch connectors that work well with both my breaker bar and my torque wrench. The reason why I have these is specifically if I need to change a tire on the side of the road, which is probably most likely the most common thing I'm probably gonna come across. At least I can get the job done pretty quick with these two things. Now, next up, let's talk air compressors. Now, this I get a ton of use of because, you know, airing down, airing back up, getting on the trail, getting off the trail. But just in case, you know, you do a tire repair on the side of the road instead of switching out your tire or whatnot, if that's a possibility, you're going to want to have an air compressor with you as well. So this one is made by Vayer, I think I'm saying it right. Once again, very affordable. Got it off of Amazon. I really like it. It takes a little while, it gets pretty hot, but it gets the job done for me, and I didn't break the bank to do it. So I couldn't recommend it highly enough. Had absolutely no issues with that. All right, next up, let's talk shovels. So this is a small little folding shovel made by Gerber. I've had this thing for well over a decade. It just folds right out, tighten it back up, and you're good to go. So this thing can be good in a recovery situation because it's better than nothing. Now, I don't carry some big, huge shovel on my truck at this time. If I start getting a little bit more serious in my rough roading, and if I start getting in a little bit more trouble, I'll probably invest in something like that. I just haven't needed it on a trip yet, and so this is kind of my shovel redundancy, if you will. Also, if you need to take care of business in the woods, this is your best friend, and so that's why I'm including it in this video. All right, we also have some jumper cables here. Now, you should have jumper cables with you no matter what. Whether you're off the grid or on the grid, you should just have jumper cables. It's something that every responsible driver should have. Now, I also recommend, in addition to these, one of those battery jump starters. Now, I don't have one that I can recommend to you today because the one that I did have was made by Stanley, and even off of a full charge, it failed me when I needed it. And so I obviously wouldn't recommend that. That wasn't too long ago, and I have yet to replace it. Now, I'm still looking for one, so if you've got a great recommendation of a great, you know, battery jump starter, let me know in the comments below. I'm looking around for one right now. That would be super helpful for me, and then obviously anybody else that's watching this video could probably benefit from that as well. So if you've got a good suggestion for that, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, if you had any questions about any of the gear that we talked about today in the video, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope to see you out there, and we'll catch you in the next video.